Hi friends, my name is Jeanette. We're going to do some restorative yoga today for these crazy times. I am surrounded by a whole lot of props and non-props today. I love restorative practice. I think it's a very key practice to help us stay in check with stress and anxiety, keeping us grounded, slowing down, which is really important these days, mentally and physically. I want to do this class with non-traditional props, all right? So on this side here, I have yoga props that you can buy for a lot of money, right? We've got our nice square bolsters, or rectangular bolsters rather. We have our round bolsters. We have eye mask, eye pillows, and yoga blocks. This is traditionally what you may use in a restorative class when you go to a studio, right? We don't always have these things at home. I'm very much aware of that. These things can cost a lot of money. Restorative practice shouldn't just be for those of us that have every kind of bolster, 10 different yoga blankets, and all of the props. So today, I have for you today a restorative practice that uses things that you have in your house. So here is my handy couch cushions. This is the back of the couch. This is the seat of the couch. You can also, in lieu of any couch cushions, you could just grab your bed pillows. I have 3 here to just stack up and use these instead. So this is always an option too. I'm going to be using the couch cushions though, because I got a nice soft one and then a more firmer one. All right, but keep in mind, you can use the pillows instead too. So, what else have I got? I've got, instead of a eye pillow or an eye mask, I have a washcloth or a towel of any kind will be fine. And then I have some smaller pillows, some throw pillows, any kind. Ones that have a little bit of density to them are best, if you have those. And then just a regular throw blanket. You can also just use like a towel if you'd rather do that. So that's what we're going to be using today for our props. If you have the yoga props, excellent. You can use those, and they're obviously just as good. So let's get started. I'm going to move these to the side for now. We're going to start seated. So here, you might decide to sit on your blankets. So sit up nice and tall. A blanket just helps to lift the hips a little bit, find a little more space in the front of the hips. If sitting on the floor is tricky, it doesn't feel good, sitting on the blanket or one of your pillows could really help. So we're going to take just a minute here to just get ourselves ready here. So you want to bring hands onto the knees. You can be seated like this, or you can stretch your legs out. You can sit up against the wall if you'd rather. Make yourself comfortable. Restorative is really key in that if we're not comfortable, we're not going to get any benefits out of these poses and out of this work. So make sure you use the props that you have and what you have available to you. Get creative if you need to in order to find this experience the most enjoyable it can. So sit nice and tall, roll the shoulders back and down a couple times. Close the eyes, or at least just bring your gaze down to the mat. Soften the space between the eyes, relax the jaw. Make sure that you're in comfy clothes. And I want you just to take a moment and take in how you're feeling. As you sit quietly, notice what comes up. First thoughts tend to be physical, like, oh, my back is tight, oh, my hips are achy today, my jaw is really tight, my shoulders are stuck in my ears. Acknowledge where we're at today physically and accept it. That's what we have to work with today. And I want you to start to draw your attention into your breath. Notice that you are breathing. Notice how it feels to breathe. Take a nice, long, slow, deep inhale. And then breathe out, side out. Do that again. Full breath in, breathing deep down into the belly. Draw in, use your diaphragm. And then a big sigh, open your mouth. Drop the shoulders away from your ears. Drop your chin to your chest. Find some length in the back of your neck. And rolling your right ear towards your right shoulder. Maybe extending that left hand out, fingertips on the mat. Releasing, come back through center. And then take it to the left, nice and easy. If you feel any kind of pinching, come out of this. It's not worth it. Right hand comes to the mat, nice and long through the side of the neck. And back through center, chin to chest. And lifting the head to neutral, bring teeth to touch. As you lift the chin, open up the throat. Don't forget about the front of the neck. Come back down. We're going to do a little bit of movement just to kind of loosen up a bit. So with restorative yoga, we hold each pose for at least 5 minutes. It gives us time to settle into the pose and really allow the body to soften, let go, and surrender into it. But first we do a little bit of movement just to get the fidgets out, so that way we feel a little more comfortable to be still. So on your next inhale, bring the arms high, sweep up. Exhale, draw down through the heart. One more inhale, sweep high. Exhale, pulling down. Let's come into a twist. Inhale, reach up. Exhaling, twisting to your right. So left hand to the right knee, right hand down behind you. You might even reach that right hand around to your left hip crease. Draw that right shoulder back and down. Soften through the middle. Take one more breath in. Exhale, release back through center. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, twisting to your left. Right hand to the left knee. Left hand down behind you. Or reaching back for that right hip. Draw the left shoulder back and down. Turn the chest through this, your chin through the center of the chest. One more breath in. Exhale, release. Sweeping up and forward, inhale. Exhale, elbows go wide, squeeze back and down. One more like this. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, press back, squeeze back and down like you're bringing elbows to touch, and then release hands all the way down, fingertips onto the mats. All right, you're gonna come onto hands and knees. If you need a little more cushion under your knees or wrists, use the blanket and roll it out as much as you need to. A little more cushion there. And come into tabletop. So shoulders over wrists, knees hip width. Nice long spine, crown the head forward. I'm going to take a few rounds of cat and cow. So on the inhale, lifting the tailbone, draw collarbones wide, shoulders pulled back as you think of lifting your heart center forward. Rounding into your cat pose. Now push the floor away to round between the shoulder blades. Pull the belly up towards the spine. Now let's go with the breath this time. Inhaling for your cow pose. Lift the chin, lift the tail. Exhale to round, round, round. Pull belly up, push the ground away. Again, inhale. And exhale. Do a few more rounds just at your own speed here. If something feels good, you can always pause and hold it there. You might choose to add a little bit more movement into this, maybe moving into the side body, moving just side to side, maybe rocking a little front to backing more into the wrists. Feel free to have some music on here too as we move into the restorative part. So some nice gentle music, some instrumental music, something without words. You can go on any of your streaming music apps, pick classical music or meditative music, yoga music, something good will come up. All right, you're gonna bring your right foot to the back of the mat now. Tuck the toes and just find a stretch in the back of the leg by pushing into the back of the heel. Releasing the stretch, hover the right leg, push back through the heel, and you're going to take right foot all the way to the outside of your mat, tuck the toes, and then looking over your left shoulder as if you're trying to find your foot. So you're getting a nice stretch to the right side of your body. Nice deep inhale, and then exhale, release, come on back through center, right knee down, left foot to the back, tuck the toes, push back into the heel. Find that stretch, wake up the foot, the calf, the hamstring. Release the stretch, float the left leg, and then bring it all the way to the right, outside of your mat. Look over your right shoulder as if you're trying to look for that foot. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, come on back to center. Let's come into some hip circles. So move hips around to the right side of your mat, down all the way to your heels, come back up to the left, and then move back up, around and round here. Don't skip the sides here, really press into the sides. You know, make this circle as circular as you can. That should feel good if you're spending a lot of time sitting. Come on back around the other direction now. To the left and down, to the right and up. Moving at your own pace and to what feels good for you. All right, coming back to center, tabletop. One more thing here, and then we'll get into our restorative. I'm going to take an inhale for right arm out to your right. Coming in to thread the needle, right hand slides underneath the left shoulder here, left armpit, and dropping your temple down and your right shoulder towards the mat. You can always use a pillow here underneath your head. I like to keep the left hand on the ground, left elbow pointing towards the ceiling, so I have lots of support here. I'm not dropping into this and resting. I'm pressing into the mat, into the floor, and then maybe inching that right hand a little further away. Push down into the left hand and bring yourself back through center. We'll go right into the other side. Inhale, left arm out. Exhale as you thread through. Reach that left arm far as away as you can until you drop your shoulder down and right hand down for support. Press down into the right hand, elbow towards the ceiling. Maybe you inch that left hand just a little further away. Nice twist for the back. Good. Push on down to come up back to your tabletop. All right, let's move into that restorative, shall we? You're gonna grab your bolster, aka your couch cushions, aka your pillows stacked up. I'm going to use my softer couch cushion for this one here to start. I'm going to start in a supported child's pose. So knees are going to go really wide here, as wide as you can. Sitting back onto the heels. Scoot that bolster in between the knees. And then you're going to lengthen the spine forward, forward, forward. Hands down on either side. Resting onto your right cheek to start. So really key things here are that my elbows are on the ground. You know, if they don't reach, if you have a really high bolster, use the pillows, something underneath your elbows so that they are touching down. I'll cue us in a couple minutes to switch the cheek so that we're equal on both sides. So lengthen, try to drop the hips down. If you're kind of up here, Support yourself as best you can. Work on drawing those hips down. Pull the bolster in a little closer. Okay? Find the support of the bolster. Notice it. Notice the ground beneath you. Close your eyes. Just notice what comes into your mind. We're not here to erase thoughts. We're here to notice the thoughts and find some control. Be able to control your reaction to these thoughts. If you're feeling anxious these days, can we acknowledge that many of the thoughts may not happen? Soften your shoulders. Relax your jaw. As these thoughts come to mind, notice how your body reacts. Take a long breath in and a longer breath out. So as we pause in each restorative pose, come back to your breath. Think about breathing in long, deep, and then exhaling longer to find softness, to find surrender. Go ahead and switch your cheek to the other side, so left cheek on your bolster. As you get deeper into the pose, you might find that you have to adjust yourself. You may also need to adjust your props. Again, remember, this is about being as comfortable as you possibly can be in these poses. So grab blankets, grab towels, grab pillows. Support your body so that we can be soft all the way into every tissue, every fiber, every ligament. Every joint, every muscle of the body can just let go. Notice the ground beneath you. Breathe longer, breathe deeper. If you find your thoughts kind of spiraling, draw back to this moment. Come back to your senses, literally. Notice sounds, Notice texture of your mat, of your bolster, of your clothes. Notice smells. Even noticing, if you have your eyes closed, noticing shapes, colors, shadows that you can see underneath your eyelids. Taking your time now to bring both hands back onto the ground. Start to walk your way in, coming up to a seat. You want to move really slowly as we move between these poses because we want to keep this relaxed state in our body. I'm going to move into a twist. So you're going to stack your knees over to the left side of your bolster. You're going to sit on your right hip. So the bolster edge is right up against my right thigh here. Knees don't need to be stacked. You can let them splay apart here. You can bring both hands onto either side of the bolster. Lengthen the spine. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, think about turning chest towards the center of the bolster. So a twist here as you lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Coming back down here. Arms again. Bring elbows onto the mat, onto the ground. You're going to bring your right cheek down for less intensity. More intensity, bring your left cheek to the bolster. All right, adjust yourself however you need to find this twist. And again, find some peace here. Use your blanket, cover your legs if you need to, cover your toes. Relax the face, soften the jaw. You are safe. You are supported. You are okay. Don't be surprised if you feel emotional in this time. Notice what comes up. It might be sadness, it might be anger. Notice it. Be okay with it. Allow it to come up. Don't push it aside. We have to deal with these feelings. We can't just let it go and move on. No, we need to think it through, acknowledge it. Start to walk your hands back in, lifting up. You're just going to switch the knees to the other side. Sitting on your left hip, knees out to your right. And lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. As you start to move chest forward, laying down again over your bolster. Finding that soft twist here. Elbows down, cheek on, or left cheek down, or for deeper, bring your right cheek down. Adjust yourself as necessary. Nice deep breath in, and then exhale as you soften. If you're finding what comes up to be too much, come back to your senses. Notice the ground. Notice the room around you. find softness, surrender. Taking your time, walking hands back in, coming back up. Okay, we're going to do one more pose here for today. I'm going to use my firmer cushion for this one, as well as my smaller pillows. Smaller pillows are going to go on either side of your mat. They're supporting for your knees. I have my washcloth at the ready for my eyes. And then my firmer cushion will go up here. Okay. So you're going to sit on the floor, not on the cushion. You're sitting on the floor. I'm going to bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide. Using the pillows, the throw pillows, to support the knees. And laying back, resting the head. Oh, I'm going to tuck myself in too. Some blanket over the legs. Washcloth or eye pillow here over the eyes. Don't cover the nose, just over the eyes. Make sure you press it down so it really blocks out all the light. Arms can be wide here for a deeper stretch in the chest, depending on how wide your cushion, your bolster is. You might rest the arms up above your head. You can also keep them down by your sides, even on the belly here, if that just feels better. But this is a really nice way to open up the chest, open up the front of the body. Take a nice long breath in and a longer breath out. Relax the jaw, soften the face. Be comfortable. If at any time this isn't comfortable, come out of it. And slide the legs forward and straighten them out, like bring your arms by your side. We want ourselves to be supported here so much that our body can release all that stored tension and stress. A mantra may be helpful. A mantra can be a single word, a phrase. Could even be an image in your mind if you're more visual. Your mantra today could be a word like peaceful, or calm, breathe, release. Your mantra could also be, I am safe. I am okay. Don't make it a question. Don't say, I will be safe. I will be okay. Create a statement, an affirmation, right? You're creating this. I am okay. My loved ones are okay. I am safe. I am okay. Perhaps you prefer to visualize a safe space, your favorite space. You visualize your most favorite place, maybe even a place you've never been to. Visualize what you can see there. Visualize yourself in that space and what you can touch, what you can feel. Is it warm and sunny? Is it cool and damp? Imagine what you could smell. Imagine what you could hear in that space. Perhaps even something that you could taste. Scan your body one final time here. Noticing tension, maybe in your hands, maybe in your hips. Release tension from your face, on the neck and shoulders. Soften the belly. Repeat your mantra. Allow yourself this time to be quiet and soft. Allow yourself the space to feel your feelings. To notice your thoughts. To notice if your thoughts are just a voice of fear. And can we switch to our voice of love instead? Breathe in deeply. Breathe out slowly. Start to draw your knees together and slide the legs forward. Relax the legs, let the feet splay out. Bring your arms back down by your sides if you haven't already. Put your left foot down on the mat and then roll onto your right side. Take the eye mask off. Use your hands to help press you back up to a seat. Take your time, move slow, and feel free to stay there longer. Or if you prefer, you could move into a shavasana. Take everything off of your mat, except the eye mask and the blanket, and just lay flat on your back for a few minutes. Bring hands to your heart. We close together. Namaste.